Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got another layout share for the month of May to show you, and I created a lot of layouts this month. I'm super excited. I got kind of like a mojo flow, especially toward the end of the month with some scrapbook challenges, which was super duper exciting. So I'm just going to go through the layouts that I completed and share all of those. Most of these I shared on the blog, so if you're not following me there, definitely check that out. I've got links below so that you can subscribe to the channel and follow me on social media and the blog so that you don't miss out on all of these layouts when they originally post. This one was a Halloween layout, obviously. And I actually have an old Archivers, if you remember that store, an Archivers sketch book that has some like sketch ideas in it. And I got the idea for this layout from that book. And everything from this layout is from the Fall International Scrapbook Garden Kit, except for this Happy Halloween sticker, which is old Martha Stewart crafts, like from way long ago. But I just kept it in my stash because I figured eventually I would use it, and I ended up doing that. So I'm happy with the way this one turned out, and I loved using all of these really great Prima products on here and some creative embellishments. Chipboard that I painted with some paint and some, I think that's Lindy's Stamp Gang Mist, which was really fun to work with too. So I like how this turned out, and I'm glad that I'm finally getting some older pictures scrapped as well. This was one for the Cheeky Studio May Sketch Challenge. The sketch was created by Heather. She does some really great sketches. And this was just a very basic, pattern paper. You've got your fun Cheeky Studio embellishments. I did some embossing powder on this wood veneer, which is also from Cheeky Studio. The really cute pandemonium embellishments, which I just love. And then this was from the Flamingo Fun collection. So I really like that with Cheeky Studio, you can kind of combine the collections. And they go so well, everything goes so well together. So I really like that, very versatile stuff there. And this is just one, I used some Cheeky Studio products on it, but I just kind of created it for fun, just for myself. Kind of went on my Pinterest board, my Pinterest scrapbook board, and just looked for a super simple sketch, just a one photo sketch that I could just do to just quickly get this picture scrapped. And again, I used the Cheeky Studio Pandemonium embellishments and the flare and some of the sequins. So just really super simple, like to get that one done. This one is actually going up on the blog June 1st, tomorrow. So this is a sneak peek, but I did complete it this month, so it counts. And again, this is using up a lot of scraps from my Fall International Scrapbook Garden Kit. I don't have a whole lot of paper left, but I have a lot of the embellishments left. So that's what you see with these, the Petaloo flowers, some Prima Amber Moon, ephemera, some Bo Bunny chipboard. That's what all of that stuff is. And then this background paper is actually Recollections. And what's funny is that I kind of tore it as I was tearing it off the paper pad. So that actually decided where this cut apart banner strip was going to go from the Prima Amber Moon collections. And so that was fine. I ended up liking the placement of everything on this one. Yeah, another last year, another older picture that I'm getting scrapped. So I'm glad about that. And then this one, this is the first time I did a CSI scrapbook challenge. I can't remember what CSI stands for. It's like color, and then two other words. I can't remember what they stand for. But it basically, they give you like a picture inspiration, and then you're supposed to take that picture and kind of create your own scrapbook layout based on that. And then you have to tell them what evidence you used. So I did a lot of the color scheme that was in the layout, as well as kind of like circular shapes that were in the picture. And then there was a woman reading a book in the picture. So I had these comic strips that I cut out of the newspaper about a woman, reading a book. And I just had them on my desk for like forever, and I hadn't scrapbooked them yet. And it's all about the smell of new books, which I love too. And when I saw these in the newspaper, I was like, I have to cut them out. I have to scrapbook them. So I think this one is going to go in my book of me. And it uses a lot of, this one uses a lot of October afternoon products, like super old products. They've been in my stash for forever. So it was really nice to be able to get those used up. This was one for another challenge. And now I can't remember which challenge blog it was for, but you had to, no, I'm thinking of a different one. The challenge was to use like this circle type sketch. So I have a background circle And then I kind of did this sort of like deconstructed circle with the pattern paper, got some like misting spray, which you can kind of see if the light is good, you can kind of see it there. And then I did some embossing powder with a leaf stencil. And then everything, the like sequins, the ephemera, the letters, those are all Cheeky Studio Valentine's Day 2018 products. I still have some of those in my stash. You get so many Cheeky Studio things. I can't even tell you how much you get in the pack. So I'm still working with some of those products, and I thought they just were such a great complement to the color scheme of the pattern papers, and then to this picture, which was a non-person picture, believe it or not, just of a little vacation from last year. So again, getting some older pictures scrapped finally. And this one was also for a challenge. This was the challenge where you had to, I can't remember which challenge blog it was from, but you had to mesh 2 sketches together. So one sketch had like some lines going this way, and then another sketch used like a grid. So I kind of just did my best to mesh them together. Using this super cute paper pad that I got at Michael's for $5. And I just thought it went really well with this picture of my daughter eating a banana. This is a 2-pager. I actually haven't shared this on the blog, but it came from a page kit actually. And if you can see, these are circles. They were already cut out, and I actually added some of the Cheeky Studio, some of that dog collection, which the name of it is escaping me right now. It'll come to me. But the circles were all cut out in advance, and then you kind of put them where you want them. And there were instructions on how to do this, actually. So that was kind of helpful, although I guess you could have just put it together however you want, just trying to get all of it in here. And then these strips were separate, the background colors are separate, and then I had to cut down the photos to fit there. But I kind of liked working with the page kit because it sort of made it just easy to complete the page. But then I did add the Furry Friends collection from Cheeky Studio, the sequins and the little ephemera pieces, just because, the pictures have a dog in them, and I kind of wanted to tie that in with what you see here. So I like that I was able to use some extra embellishments on that. This was another layout for Cheeky Studio, the design team. This was using the Flamingo Fun products, and then the papers are all Doodlebug. These letters are Amy Tangerine American Crafts. And this is just like random twine from my stash. So I loved these Semri papers, and when I saw the Flamingo Fun collection, I said, oh my gosh, I have just the perfect papers for this collection and just the perfect pictures. So I knew that I wanted to make a layout using that. And I think this is an old page map sketch that I based this on. I have a whole Pinterest board just full of like random sketches and scrapbook layouts that I like. So I occasionally go back through that board and just kind of pick and choose and say, oh, I think I will scrap lift this today. So I like that sketch a lot. This one is for the International Scrapbook Garden Design Team, which these are kind of this is my last month on the design team because it's kind of taken a hiatus while the curator does some personal things. She said she's moving, and of course she's having a baby, so a lot of stuff going on for her, but I hope she comes back and starts curating these kits again because she does such a great job. I did the red and the pink flowers that were part of the rustic spring kit, and then I did some spritzing on the Creative Embellishments chipboard. This was actually for a National Scrapbook Day challenge. There was a whole like grid with pattern paper behind 2 pictures. So that's what I based this one off of. But I did add some actual burlap down here in one of the strips. And that was really fun to work with. And I do believe that I did a process video on this. So definitely check that out so you can see more about that. Here's a fun one that I did for a challenge at the Inspired By blog, and it was perfect because the Inspired By picture had unicorns in it, and I have the Cheeky Studio unicorn and rainbows products to work with. And this actually used up a lot of stuff in my stash too. Some old like Echo Park stuff, some old crate paper stuff. I love this Recollections paper pad that I got at Michael's. It goes with so many cool things like the Cheeky Studio products. So I did not win the challenge. Someone else did, but that's okay because I love the way that this layout turned out. This was one that I did. This was my live scrap for National Scrapbook Day. So that video is still up on the Facebook channel. So check that out. There's a link below. And it was using the Cheeky Studio Pink and Mint Christmas collection, which is so cute. Look at that little girl with her buns. Love it. The little fireplace and all the sequins and the joy. It's so adorable. And I had just the perfect papers for it and everything. And I kind of made this like little sketch myself, kind of based on a dream, because sometimes I dream about scrapbooking, which might sound weird. But anyway, definitely go watch that process video on the Facebook page. And then the very last one, which is one that I made for fun, using those summery Doodlebug papers, but I used them for a kind of colorful fall-themed photos, and I added some of the embellished chipboard that I had from the International Scrapbook Garden kit, and some Photo Play fall-themed stickers that I had won from a challenge several months ago. So I really like the contrast between these like super bright summery colors, but then it's like fall. This one I really like, and I kind of, again, based this on a scrapbook layout that I had on my scrapbook Pinterest board, and I can't remember who did it. I think I linked to it on the blog where I shared this layout, so check that out and you can find out more about that. So those are all my layouts. I think I did like 1 or 2 in my December daily album, but again, I'm still working on that. Hopefully I will be able to share that completed album with you when it's full. I really thought I would have it done by now, but hopefully I will have it done by summertime, maybe July, Christmas in July, right? Anyway, so thanks for looking. I would love to see what you guys are working on and what you guys have completed for the month of May. And I will see you next time for more scrapbooking process videos and layout shares and all that other fun, good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me. Links are below.